Pear Deck is a fantastic tool that can give you the option to make your slides a little bit more interactive with your students. It's a way to take what you already have and then add a different element to that. It's a little bit of a complicated explanation, so I'm just going to try to show you. The great part about Pear Deck is that if you are using Google Slides, you can just add this onto existing Google Slides. It's fantastic. So I'm actually going to take the presentation from the 17th to the Waterville School District. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a copy of the entire presentation. I'm just going to leave it in my Google Drive. That way I don't mess with anybody else's stuff. But that's a pretty big presentation. I didn't think about that when I saw this. I'm going to pause the video. That way you don't have to watch that spin. Okay, so this is now my own copy of the presentation, and I'm going to come up here to add-ons, and I have previously installed the Pear Deck add-on. If you don't know what add-ons are, just let me know, and I will help you through that, but I am going to move here pretty quickly. So the way this works is I've got my existing, I'm just going to put me right here in the middle, I've got my existing presentation. I'm going to pick a slide that I'd like to be interactive with my students. I'm going to decide what kind of option I want. So again, this is a freemium feature, meaning all of these things are free, but if you see a little star, then there's the premium service you can upgrade to. But you can do some really cool stuff with the free version, and that's my favorite. So I'm going to add a text response. So I'm simply going to click text and select update slide. It's going to work here for just a little bit. Notice this dropped down here in the center. So now, watch this. I'm going to hit Start Lesson. I apparently have to create an account first. I'm going to pause so you don't have to watch all this. Okay, once I've started my presentation, then this is going to be up here on the board. I display this for my students. They would go to joinpd.com and they would enter in this code, or if you want to give students a direct link and put it in the Google Classrooms, all you have to do is copy that. I'm going to come over here and paste that in a new window so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to sign in. Your students would sign in their accounts, which is great, so you can see their stuff. I'm not including this one under social emotional learning, but it does have this little kind of check here, which is super nice. Whatever students select there will show up under all their responses. And then I am now looking at the presentation. So I'm going to do this weird thing where I split screen and move me off the screen. I'm going to hit start, and so now notice this on here on the right is the teacher, this here over on the left is the student. When I select move to the right, it automatically moves the student. And then when I get to this slide that I put the text response in, I have the option as a student to type an answer over here. Then as a teacher, I can see the students' responses. And so anytime a student adds an answer over here, I can see what the answers are. I can show that to the class. I can lock those students' screens so they can see all the responses. And then as a teacher, I can see who those responses belong to, which is super nice as well. That is just the fastest overview of Pear Deck possible. There's some other really cool things you can do with that, and it just adds right there onto your Google Slides. So if you're interested in that, just let me know and we'll dig into Pear Deck a little bit.